So, meine Damen und Herren, an dieser Stelle nochmal der Hinweis auch an die ganzen Sponsoren. Schaut vorbei beim Stand von Die Techniker. Dort gibt es Smoothies und Popcorn, natürlich alles gratis. Ihr könnt euch die Auge-Hand-Koordination aneignen, also sogenannten T-Ball. Dann nicht vergessen, Simon hat schon eins auf, von einem der besten Sportmodedesigner Ballerina Beach Volleyball Jerseys. Also unter anderem die Player hier tragen diese schönen Oberteile, die könnt ihr euch auch besorgen am Stand von Ballerina. Also, wir sind gespannt, geben den Jungs noch einige Minuten Zeit. Deutschland gegen Ukraine, das Match auf dem Center Court. Wir sind gespannt, wie es weitergeht und freuen uns, dass ihr mit dabei seid. So, meine Damen und Herren, nächste Anforderung, Smoothie Mobil auf Englisch heißt Smoothie Mobil. Scherz, natürlich, for all our English qualifications, wir sagen es ganz offiziell. Ladies and gentlemen, please visit Die Techniker. We got smoothies for you and popcorn for free. We are close to the center court, behind the center court. There is Steffi waiting for you. We have also the T-Wall. There you can, expose your reflexes on the T-Wall. If you don't know what it is, then go there and watch out. Die Techniker, ladies and gentlemen. Wir schauen auf den Center Court. Ukraine gegen Deutschland. In knapp 30 Minuten. So ladies and gentlemen, we start the next match on the center court. Please welcome together with me the first referee from Norway, BT Hermansen. Second referee, big applause from Italy, David Pratti. We are glad to have you here. And now we turn over to both teams. Deutschland gegen Ukraine, Germany versus Ukraine. We start with the team in red. We start with the team Ukraine. We look at the
back on the center court. We are for the first match of the round of the last 16. The group stage is over. We just saw the last match of the group stage at the women. It was Canada against Switzerland. And right now it's the first game of the round of the last 16 of the men. And there is Ukraine, presented by Dmytro Loitarenko and Cyril Starzenko, against the locals, against the German team, Dan John and Eric Stadi. They're facing each other because Eric Stadi and Dan John, the German team, they qualified as the second best team in the Group C. And in the round of the last 16, the second best team of a group facing the third best team of another group. So the Ukrainian team, they qualified as they ended third in the Group G. They lost against Canada and Singapore, but they won their last game against Sri Lanka. And the Germans, they won their first games, the first two games against USA and against Japan, and then they lost against the favorites from Switzerland, Brea Hausener, in 2 sets. So they've been the third seeded team, the guys from Switzerland. So that's the reason why these teams are facing each other here in the round of the last 16, first game after the group stage, here on the center court of the 9th FISU World University Beach Volleyball Championship. Player 1 from Germany, that's Dan John. Player 2, that's Eric Stadi. And player 1 from Ukraine, that's Dmytro Loitarenko. And player 2, that's Cyril Starzenko. Starzenko at the serve. First service for Team Ukraine. Nice reception there by Dan John, and there's the first point on Germany. I talked to Eric Stadi, who's going to the serve there right now. Just before the game, he said, I'm quite confident, I'm quite optimistic that we will win this game. I think we are the better team, and if we just can play our game, we will win it. But the team from Ukraine scores their first point by a nice smash there, right next to the block by Starzenko. Sun came out again. Before it was quite cloudy here in Munich, but right now the sun came back. Nice service there by Loitarenko. A lot of problems there in the reception by Eric Stadi. See if he can do a quite nice jump service again. No, it was a little bit slower. Eric Stadi with a nice shot. The block was quite cross, and the line was open, and he just dropped the ball with a open hand there. We're even. Nice recovery there by Eric Stadi. No block there, but he can't finish it. See what the team from Ukraine does. No block there as well from the Germans, and now it's The chance for Dan John with a nice shot down the line. Again, the lead for the Germans. Float service there. Loitarenko takes the reception and gets past the block from Dan John. Both teams broke the other team. Had a good break there. Both teams struggling a little bit with their side out. The service went out. So we changed sides. First time here in this match. With a 1-point lead for Germany, 4-3. And Eric Stadi is heading to the service. Jump service. High. Not many problems there for Stahenko. Double block there by John, but still the chance for for Ukraine. No. The ball was a little bit too close to the net by Eric Stadi, but he gets another chance, and there he finished it down the line. 2-point lead, first 2-point lead here in this game. Couple of blocks there by Dan John. The Ukrainian team couldn't get past him. Here they get another chance. But Dan John runs away from the net, goes to the defensive position, but he doesn't need it because Stasenko puts the ball in the net, so it's the first 3-point lead. Eric Stadi at the serve. Good serve, but also quite good reception by Loitarenko, and that was Dan John touching the net.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
Was für ein Winkel, den habe ich in Mathematik leider nie gelernt, aber der Kollege anscheinend schon.
The ball was out by Dan John. Eric Stadi's chatting with the referee. Maybe to see a touch, block touch there. I'm not quite sure what he's arguing with the referee. Never mind, point for Ukraine. They cut the lead back to just one for Germany, 5-6. When you see it from the Ukrainian perspective. Jump serve there by Loitarenko, and it goes far out. Didn't hit the ball as he wanted.
Übermotiviert am Center-Court. Das Zielwasser muss noch verdaut werden. Team Deutschland am Service.
Problems there with the serve. It was quite close to the net. I thought Dan John will block this ball, but nice job there by Cyril Stasenko, who can get the ball, push the ball through the block. 6-7. Touch of the net there by Loitarenko. A lot of easy mistakes by both teams. Net touches, service mistakes. Not quite the quality of the game that it can be. I'm sure that it can be a quite good game here. But both teams still a little bit nervous maybe. Float serve by Eric Stadi. And the second ball touched by Dan John. goes to the out, it goes in, goes out, but Denjon touches the ball. Means point for Ukraine. Service went out. Touched by Denjon. Eric Stadi touches the ball as well, but out of reach. Denjon can't get close to this ball. Point for Ukraine. We see that the Germans just attack Stasenko, let him do the side out, and the Ukrainian team, they serve on Denjon. They want the younger one, the 20-year-old one, to show what he can do. And Eric Stadi, the German, the second place at the German championship last year. Nice cut there by Cyril Stasenko. Looked also, the set looked quite close to the net, but away with a nice cut there, cross field. Jump float there by Leutarenko. Nice setup there. Oh no, a little bit too far away from the net. The set from Eric Stadi, and the shot by Denjon went out. Means we're even again. Who scores the last point before the technical timeout? We will see here. Float service again by Leutarenko. Denjon with a good reception. Nice set. And there is the hammer by Denjon. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Before the game, I told you that it's the round of the last 16. That's not true. I'm sorry, there was a mistake. It's round 1. It's the round between the group stage and the round of the last 16. The winner of each of the 8 groups in the men or women qualifies directly for the last 16. And the second and the third ones facing each other and going through this round 1, and the winner qualifies for the round of the last 16 and will meet some teams from some group stage winners. The winner of this match of John Stadi and Leutarenko Stasenko will face the second-seeded team from Poland, Lizikowski and Paskowski, who qualified as a group winner from Group B. So, yeah, task for nice by Denjon. You saw how the ball was changing his directions. Very hard to recept there for Stasenko. Nice serve. 2-point lead for Germany. No block there. He runs away, gets the reception, recovery, and puts the ball down the line, but touches the net, so is still in reach for the Ukrainian defender. And Eric Stadi finished the second opportunity for Germany. It's another break for Germany. 13-10. 2 breaks in a row by the Germans. Not quite sure what this music was. Some classical. Stasenko. Figaro. Stasenko couldn't get the ball over the net, so it's the third break in a row, 14. to 10, 4-point lead Germany. Denjon, nice services there. They struggle to recept and to set the ball, the Ukrainian team, and they call a timeout. Yeah, that's maybe a little bit too late. So already 5-point lead for Germany. Will be quite hard for the team from Ukraine to come back in this game after they Germans break them four times.
Und dann freuen wir uns auf das Finale von Satz Nummer 1. So, wir schwenken langsam rein auf die BMW-Tribüne. Wie ist die Stimmung bei euch? BMW-Tribüne, wie ist die Stimmung? So, was denkt ihr denn, wie die Chancen stehen? Kurzes Ferninterview.
Momentan stehen die Chancen 50-50, vielleicht sogar 60-60.
Echte Fachmänner da oben beim BMW. Sehr gut. Also, wir schwenken wieder zurück nach dieser Expertise auf dem
Serhiy Stasenko, the 20-year-old guy from Ukraine, and Dmytro Loitarenko, also 20 years old, both born in 1998, studying both in Kharkiv. Oh, another easy mistake there by Serhiy Stasenko. Couldn't get the cut over the net. 16 to 10. That will be quite hard for the Ukrainian to come back and to erase this deficit here. 6-point lead Germany. Denjon with one of his floats, and again, what a nice service series here by Denjon here, the guy with the white cap. It's already his 6th serve now. This one is his 7th serve. Now a quite good reception there by Stasenko, but he gets blocked. The monster block there by Denjon. 8 points in a row by the Germans. We went into the first technical timeout. Germany was leading 11 to 10. Right now the score, as you see, is 18 to 10. Now it's 18 to 11 because Loitarenko pokes the ball into the right side of the field. Nice recovery there by Eric Stadi. He gets the opportunity to score the point, but he puts the ball too far. So it's a break point for Ukraine. Denjon with the opportunity, and the ball was too strong. He got a hand on it, but couldn't control the ball, so Stasenko touches the ball and he flies away. 19 to 12 for Germany. 2 points and they won this set. So Eric Stadi got a point right now, where he said before the game he's quite optimistic that they will win this game. And we see here the Germans are completely dominating this game. Another mistake there by Stasenko. We have the first set point, 1 of 8 set points. Short service there on Stasenko, but he manages to put the ball on the line there. Ah no, the line judge is saying, is calling it out. The referee will take a look by her own. Let's see what she decides.
das Ergebnis dieses Punktes mitteilt. Punkt for
the Ukraine. She says the ball is in. Eric Stadi can't understand watching it. But I'm quite sure the Germans will win this set because the Ukrainian team, they will need a miracle right here. Jump service there by Leuterenko. But that's a nice one. Still a good recovery there by Dan John. And he shots the ball down the line, past the block. Means Germany win first set with 21-13.
Denn dort gibt es wahrscheinlich das nächste Match. 21-13 am Center Court. First Set. Wir warten gespannt auf den Set Number 2.
As they were winning against Huerta and let's see, Huerta from Spain. Means that all teams that were supposed to be the favorites really showed that they were the favorites and qualified as the group winners. When we see here, when we watch this game here, we see that the Germans, who are favored by experts before, are still the favorites because they won the first set 21-13. Oh, nice recovery there by Eric Stadi. But this one he can't reach. Nice shot there by Leuterenko into the corner. But that was a nice reception there by Eric Stadi. Stasenko was pulling the hammer. And Eric Stadi just got the recovery. Very nice, very impressive. But still, point for Ukraine. Jump service. Serves on Dan John Leuterenko. But Dan John uses, no, he doesn't use the block. He got blocked by Leuterenko.
Ja, weil sie ja keine Ahnung haben.
So original vom ORF aus Österreich mit dabei. 2:2.
Leuterenko with the next serve. But this is a missed serve. Went to the net.
Jetzt wechseln wir den Service ins deutsche Lager. Am Service dann Jon.
Dan John with the service. And you see there Leuterenko, he doesn't want that Stasenko recepts the ball. He wants the reception all by himself. It was really nearly only 1/4 left for Stasenko where Dan John could serve the ball on him, but it paid off for them. They break the Germans again, and that's why we changed sides first time here with a 1-point lead for the Ukrainian team, 4-3.
Am Service der ukrainische Jungsport.
Nice serve there on Dan John. And he tries to reach it, but he can't. So we're even again, 4-all. Jump service there. I thought that Eric Stadi had a quite nice idea there. You saw Leuterenko jumping to the right because he thought that Stasenko will get the service. But Eric Stadi wanted to reach the right line when you see it from his perspective, but can't bring the jump service over the net. Means point for Ukraine. but this one is not 6-4 for Ukraine. It's 5-5, 5-all. Now the score is 6-5 for Ukraine. Nice serve there by Stasenko, but a good reception there by Dan John and a quite good cut. Like in the first set, where the game was quite close till the first technical timeout. The second set is quite close right now as well. And then there was the block by Dan John. He's flexing and showing his hands. He was quite high there. Stasenko tried to overshoot him by the rainbow shot, but he was there. Jump service, Eric Stadi. Putting the ball, serving on Stasenko. Touch of the block. Ball went straight back to the Ukrainians. And there, oh my God, what a nice recovery. But the referee said the second touch, the set was technically not so good, so means we're even.
Wir wechseln den Angeber.
It's not Stasenko at the serve, it's Leutarenko. The score table told the referees we don't want to have mistakes there. Jump service by Leutarenko, no problem for Eric Stadi. Nice reception, and the ball went out, but Leutarenko touches the net. So it's point for Germany because the net touch occurred before the ball went out, so it's a point for Germany. Stasenko gets the ball through the block of Dan John.
Stimmung bei den Burschen. Stimmung auf der BMW-Tribüne. Und wer denkt, er ist der Schönste auf der BMW-Tribüne? Sie schauen sich noch gegenseitig an, wir geben euch noch Bedenkzeit und dann meldet sich bitte einer. Wer ist der
Missed serve. 9-8 lead for Germany.
Der Mann am Telefon.
No jump service there from Eric Stadi. Second ball placed to the field from the Germans. Eric Stadi gets it and sees that the defender, that Stasenko, is on the left side, and he pokes the ball over the block on the right side. No chance to reach this ball. Break point Germany, 10-8 lead. And Dan John gets a hand on it, but the ball falls down at the side of the Germans. The Ukrainian fulfill their side out. This ball went under the net. Oh my God. Quite a long time. I've seen that. The ball went under the net as he serves it. But still, it's only 1 point for Germany. 11-9, 2-point lead. Dan John, the youngest player on the court, by 2 weeks younger than the second youngest. It's Serhil Stasenko, was born 1998 on the 15th of the June 15, and Dan John was born 1998 just 8 days ago on July the 2nd. So he's just like a little bit more than 2 weeks. He's the youngest guy on the pitch. But still has also the oldest guy on the pitch as his partner, Erik Stadi, with 22 years. Born in 1996. Like Stasenko, also in June 7. Technical timeout is over. The Germans, they lead by 3, 12-9. Let's see if there's another series of services there by Danjon. And we remember in the first set there was a quite long, but Leutarenko doesn't want Stasenko to reset the ball, but he gets blocked. And this ball was, yeah, it was not played, it was really like in handball, just like. That's why the ref saying no technical. Not a good technical execution there, so that means point for Germany. But right now we have a point for Ukraine, so they can stop this series there by Danjon. Nice cut there by Danjon, and he puts the ball just right back into the field.
Team Ukraine.
This cut there by Stasenko went out. The Ukrainians struggling with their side out right now. And the Germans already have a dominating lead again. 5 points right now, only 4 points. Because it's a missed serve there by Erik Stadi. Yeah, they have to risk something right now, the Ukrainian, if they don't want to lose here in 2 sets against the Germans. Erik Stadi sees it quite good. That was quite clever there from Erik Stadi. He saw that Stasenko and Leutarenko, the block, was going to the same side, and he just... and another big smash there by Erik Stadi. You see here why he's one of the best defending talents, defensive players here in beach volleyball in Germany. And you see why the Ukrainian team always serves on Danjon. They hope that he makes more mistakes, as well as the Germans hope that Stasenko will make more mistakes. This one was not a mistake by Stasenko, but a very nice shot there over the block. Point Ukraine. Danjon with the chance to make it a 6-point lead, and he does it. 18-12 for Germany. 3 points away from winning this game and heading into the round of last 16. Stasenko puts the ball out. Erik Stadi will jump serve there, but misses to cross the net. Nice service there by Leutarenko. Then John has his problems in the reception. And there was a touch in the net. Or no, the ball went to the block and then to the antenna. And that's why we have a match point right now. No, the second referee is joining, having a chat with the first referee. First referee from Norway, Detti Hermansen, and second referee from Italy, David Bratti. Second referee is pointing to Team Ukraine, saying that it was a point for Ukraine, and the first referee was telling that this point belongs to the Germans. Now she talks to the players. I don't know what she was talking to them right now, or why she's talking to them. Maybe she explains them something. Means right now point for Ukraine. Eric Stadi is not happy, but still, they still have a 5-point lead, 14-19. But the Germans, they don't want to risk anything, take a timeout right now, or maybe they just want to stay a little bit longer on this center court today. Eric Stadi and then John taking a sip of water.
DJ, ich schätze, du hast wieder ein bisschen Musik für uns. Wir hören kurz rein.
When we look to the schedule of this tournament, we see that the Germans, if they will win the game, but everything looks like they will win the game, they will face the best Polish team, Lysykowski and Paskowski. They won 3 games in their group, in Group B. Every game in 2 sets. That was quite impressive. They had no problems there in a group with Chile, Argentina and South Africa. Maybe they will have more problems with the Germans, but still we focus on this game. Nice serve there by Leutarenko. Maybe they can change it. It's Stadi, touched by Leutarenko, the block, but he has to play it over the net, because when the block touches the ball, it's already the first touch, not like an indoor volleyball. But Eric Stadi finishes it with a nice poked shot down the line. 6 match points for Germany. Dan John at the service, floating the ball to Stasenko, and the second ball is played, but a poke reception there by Eric Stadi, and he attacks and he gets the ball into the block, and from there the ball goes out. Means a quite clear game here, quite clear of opportunity for the Germans. 21-13 and 21-14. The Germans defend their home court, heading into the round of the last 16.
Wem das gefallen hat, schaut rein ins Handy, Pfeilgrad Entertainment, sehr gut. Dann bitte auf Facebook gleich mal irgendwas an die Wand klatschen. Gulaschsuppe oder 5 Sterne, eins von beiden erwarte ich.
Next game here on center court is also in the round between the group stage and the round of the last 16. It's called round 1, and New Zealand plays against the team from Group A, Belarus.
Aber ich glaube, dass es doch die Neuseeländer werden. Neuseeland gegen Belarus.
So, in der Zwischenzeit brauchen wir einen Axel hier. Lieber Axel, wir brauchen einen geilen DJ. Du bist gefragt hier oben. Wir brauchen den nächsten levelischen DJ. Und dann, ja, da ist er. Sonst wäre es leer gewesen. Das wäre egal. Ist jetzt beide so zwei geile Listen, dass es nur normal ist. Einer von euch zwei beiden wird der DJ des nächsten Matches hier. Sehr gut, du machst erster. Wir nehmen einfach dich. Sehr gut. Also DJ und ich den ersten, wir wechseln, damit wir hier auf die 5 Tage kommen. Also Entertainment Team ist legendär, Jungs. Sensationell. So, wer wurde erst genannt? Eigentlich der Axel. Und dann, weil wer wurde erst genannt hier im nächsten Match, ist die Frage. Wer ist der Erstgenannte, lieber Simon? Der Erstgenannte im nächsten Match. Von der Begegnung muss ich kurz schauen. Ich schaue in den Zauberkasten.
Hallo. Oh, das ist jetzt ganz schlecht.
Neuseeland,
nee, alles
okay.
Gut, alles gut, wir haben Zeit gerade. Mikro ist noch an. Wer das jetzt alles löschen? Schreib mir nur kurz einen Namen drauf.
Paraphiert und nummeriert, damit ich's leicht hab. mir bleibt, ist die Erinnerung. In einem schwarzen Fotoalbum mit einem silbernen Knopf bewahre ich alle diese Bilder im Kopf. Ich weiß noch, damals als ich jung und wild war im Block. Ich bewahre mir diese Bilder im Kopf. In einem schwarzen Fotoalbum mit einem silbernen Knopf bewahre ich alle diese Bilder im Kopf. Ich weiß noch, als wir das erste Mal gechillt haben im Loch. Ich bewahre mir diese Bilder im Kopf.
Neuseeland gegen Weißrussland. Wenige Minuten noch bis zum Abpfiff. We are ready for the next game. Let me introduce you to our two referees. Second referee from Norway, Bente Hermansen. And first referee from Bosnia and Herzegovina, Kristina Pantelic-Babic. On the right hand side, in green, 20 years old from Belarus, Dmitry Abravenka. And his partner, 24 years old from Belarus, Pavel Biedrushka. And in red, from Auckland, New Zealand, 24 years old, Thomas Halters. Give it up for 22-year-old Alani Nickling.
We are all on the center court. It's New Zealand against Belarus. New Zealand presented by Thomas Hartles, the 24-year-old one, and the second player with the number 2 on his jersey, it's Alani Nicklin. The guys from New Zealand playing in red and the guys from Belarus in green. He lost his head there. Pushes it out the net. Still in play, this ball, this rally. And the block
What a rally.
by Thomas Hartles went out, so it's the first point for Belarus. We can finish their side out there. Belarus is presented by player with the jersey number 1, Dimitri Abramenka, the 20-year-old one, and player number 2, that's Pavel Pietruszka. There you don't see that this ball went out, went from the net outside of the field. We're even 1-1. This ball went out. A lot of mistakes there in the beginning of the set. Also, this ball goes out. The team from New Zealand, they qualified as the second best team in Group F, and the team from Belarus is the third best team from Group A. They faced the Germans, top-seeded Ponywatz, and lost in 2 sets. Team from New Zealand is seeded at rank number 11. Team from Belarus is seeded on the rank number 17. So usually team from New Zealand is the slightly favorite here in this game. Technical mistake there while setting to his partner by Alani Niklin. Nice block there by Dimitri Abramenka. No way to pass the block for Thomas Hartels. That was an exclamation point there by the young guy from Belarus. Nice shot there down the line by Thomas Hartels. There you see the only 1 meter and 91 centimeters high Thomas Hartels has some problems against the 7 centimeters taller attacker there from Belarus, Abramenka. Still have to wait till the ball can be in play again, because they have some troubles there at the scoreboard. Both teams, both players from New Zealand, born and in Auckland and living there and studying there. Nice reception there by Thomas Hartel. And there, Abramenka touched the net. The referee has a little chat with Thomas Hartels. She wants them not to yell at the referee. Want to make this clear to Thomas Hartels, who will serve now. New Zealand has a small lead, 1 point only. Shot over Alan Nicklin there. Well placed. No chance for the defender to reach this ball. Wow, what a nice serve there by Pietruszka, but a very nice reception and a good, clever shot there, just right next to the block.
Monster block.
Next good point there by Abramenka. Team from New Zealand has problems to get past Abramenka. This ball goes out. Line judge struggles a little bit, or considers first, but then decides to show that the ball was out. The winner of this game will face Brea Hausener from Switzerland, the third seeded team. This was an ace there by Pietruszka. But this one was not an ace. Went out just some centimeters, not very far. Australian, the New Zealandish defender thought about getting the ball. No block, no problem there for Thomas Hartels. Just places his attack between the two defenders. Abramenka decided not to block it. Block there by Thomas Hartels. Still the chance for Pietruszka, and he uses the chance. They even the game. Nice serve there by Abramenka. Nicklin cannot control the ball. First technical timeout and 1 point lead for Belarus. Yeah, as I said, the winner will face the Switzerlandish team, the Swiss team, Thomas Brea and Yves Hausener. Florian Brea and Yves Hausener from Switzerland qualified as the best team in Group C. For me, they are one of the favorites for winning this tournament, so there's a big task waiting for the winner of this game in the round of the last 16. But first, the teams have to face each other here in round one. There was the possibility for the team from Belarus to get the break point, but couldn't get it. The set there by Abramenka was too close to the net, and there was Nicklin waiting for him and just blocked the ball into the field. And followed by a nice serve there from Thomas Hartels. No team manages to go away a little bit, to build a little lead. Still very hard fought here. Nice service there, but the ball is still in play. Rally is going on. Touch off the block, but it was out. So point for Belarus. Oh, and a nice serve again from Pietruszka, who's quite happy there. Flexes and shows off. That was a nice serve there. 3 points in a row by Belarus. It's the first time a team scores more than 2 points in a row in this game. And another good serve there. But this time the reception is better. Block. And the first ball was technically not correct by Alan Nicklin. Means 3-point lead there for the team from Belarus. Will they take a timeout, the team from New Zealand? No, they still wait. But nice services there by Pietruszka. And this one goes out. So they changed sides with a 2-point lead for Belarus. And an ace from Alan Nicklin. Didn't know if he should play the ball or not, Abramenka. You see that the New Zealand that always searches Abramenka with their serve. This time they didn't find him. They find Pietruszka, and he shows them what happens if they serve on Pietruszka. To give some advice to Abramenka how he should block. But his service didn't go in the field, so he couldn't block. Second ball played there by Pietruszka. It stays with this 2-point lead for Team Belarus. Float there between the two defenders, the husband and wife. Float service. And the shot there went out. Means we have a 3-point lead for Belarus. Next jump float, but this ball went out. He's not happy with himself. Shakes his head. So many easy mistakes there in the services, especially by Team New Zealand. It's very hard if you just make mistakes, just do like so many mistakes with your own service to come back when you have a 3-point deficit. Abramenka is there. Hardles tries to overshoot him, but Abramenka with nearly 2 meters height catches the ball and throws it back down. Ball just touches the net. No, was touched by the block, but this time the ball just went into the net. Belarus won the first set by 5, 21-16. Nice performance there by Pietruszka and Abramenka. Strong services there at the end of the first set there by Pietruszka, and some nice blocks there by the tallest player on the pitch, Abramenka.
Liebes Publikum, darf ich euch noch einmal bitten, für den zweiten Satz. Wir formen die Hände zu einem V, einem Vogel-V. Alle die Hände nach oben. Wir bilden ein Vogel-V. 3, 2, 1.
We start the second set with a service by Team New Zealand and a very strong spike there by Abramenka. If he continues to play like this, Team New Zealand has some problems because they just use him in the side of Belarus. Nice. Very strong and well placed spike there by Alan Nicklin. Oh, there was not much space there for Abramenka, but he placed it exactly in the left corner. Down the line. Oh, they changed a little bit. Pietrushka is blocking right now and Abramenka is staying in defense. But as you see, not the benefit they were hoping. Some problems in the reception there by Abramenka. Chance for Team New Zealand, and they smash the ball into the sands. Thomas Hartles. They gain their first lead in the second set. Oh, yeah. Abramenka was quite strange in the air there. I think he don't know how he got this ball over the net, but never mind. Nevertheless, it's a point for Team Belarus. And followed by a well block there from Abramenka. Break point. Pietrushka has some very nice serves there. And the New Zealand and Alan Nicklin and Thomas Hartles have quite a lot of problems there recepting this services. But this ball went out quite clearly. On the service, Alan Nicklin. They got the chance for the break point, but the Team Belarus, they can recover the ball again and finish their side out 6-4. Referee saying the ball was out. No, it was touched. Means finished. finished side out there by the Team New Zealand. There was not a good idea by Pietruszka to play the second ball. Ball still in play. Both teams are struggling right now with their side outs. It's quite hard for them to finish their own reception. It's always the question how much you want to risk in your serve. Pietruszka, the server of Belarus, is taking a lot of risk there in his services. But sometimes they go out, so you have to decide. This time this attack there by Thomas Hartl was a lot of risk as well, but it paid off. Nice smash there. We're even 7-all. And a nice block there by Alan Nicklin. Break points, and again the lead for New Zealand. It's like in the second set. Runs by every team by 2 points or something like this. But no team can really go away. But this was a nice ace. And they take the timeouts there, Team Belarus. After Team New Zealand scored 3 points in a row. Went from 6-7 to 9-7.
Und wir holen die Jungs zurück auf den Center Court. Hände nach vorne und auf und ab. Wir lüften die Achseln.
Some fans there enjoying the sun in Munich at the 9th FISU World University Beach Volleyball Championship. We're in round 1. We're out of the group stage. It's the man round 1, New Zealand against Belarus. What a nice angle there by Dmitry Abramenka. Technical mistake there, called by the referee. Means break point for Belarus. And we're even. Yeah, he's very happy there, Pavel Pietruszka. He did it quite well. He had to place the ball to the other side because it was already touched twice there in the block and set it up by Abramenka, and then he smashed the ball very hard with a high risk there. But he paid off, but the risk there in the service by Abramenka didn't pay off. And this ball went out. Technical timeout there. 1 point lead for New Zealand after this mistake there by Abramenka.
Wir holen die Jungs wieder zurück aus dem technischen Timeout, wechseln die Seite und rühren die Sandkiste um. Manuel macht den Move vor.
Team New Zealand won their games in Group F against Czech Republic, against Japan, but then they lost against the 6th-seeded team from Netherlands, Penninga van Steenis. There was their way into the round 1 here. And they need to step up if they don't want to be out of the tournament here, if they want to qualify for the round of the last 16. Problems there by Abramenka in the reception. And Pietrushka didn't get the ball over the net. Says excuses to his partner. That was clearly his mistake. He had a lot of options, but chose the possibly worst. Nicklin decided quite late that he wanted to block long line. And then he got the ball on his left hand. From there, the ball went to the side from the New Zealandish team. So, point for Belarus. Nice serve there by Pietrushka. But still, the chance for Team New Zealand, and Abramenka touches the net. 2-point lead for New Zealand. There was a very good decision this time by Pietrushka to play the second ball. And an ace from Abramenka. Playing the second ball is a quite often used way to shock the Team New Zealand there by Pietrushka. Because as we see, or as the Team New Zealand sees, they think Pietrushka is the better attacker. I can understand Pietrushka there. For me, there was clearly a touch in the block. We don't have a slow motion right now here, but I'm quite sure that there was a touch of the block by Alan Nicklin there. Both referees are chatting, and for me, it's quite sure Pietrushka, but the referee stays with her decision. Point for New Zealand. But this attack there by Abramenka was very well placed. Now they have to change sides because it's 14-14. Every 7 points played, both teams change sides. For those who don't look volleyball quite often, to be even with the windy and sun. And there's the point for Belarus. Nice hit there by Thomas Hartels. Yeah, every 7 points played, both teams change sides to even the circumstances for both teams with the wind and the sun. This time maybe there was the sun irritating Alan Nicklin there because he jumped into the net, he served the ball, and then he had to be quite fast to be there in the block, especially when they attacked the second ball. It's not a lot of time for him. It's also a reason why the Team Belarus uses this way of playing quite often. The second touch for an attack, because when the guy who's blocking is at the serve, it takes a long time for him to get to the net, and so they can use this irritation, or this being a little bit maybe too slow, this irritation, for making a point. We're even 16-16. Goes into the crunch time. But that was a serve we don't want to see in the crunch time by Thomas Hartels there. 1 point lead for Belarus. Will this game will be over after 2 sets, or will we head to the tie break? We will see in a couple of minutes. Thomas Hartels with the chance to even this game.
Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. Them bricks are way too high, you need to.
A little bit problems there, but still he can finish it. Dmitry Abramenko with a nice poke shot, and we have 35 points are over in this set, and means 5 times 7 means we change sides right now. 1 point lead for Belarus, 3 points away from winning this game against New Zealand. Spike directly into the defender. Pietrushka wants to go away and try to dig the ball, but can't do it. So touched by him and then went to the out. Still some troubles there at the scoreboard. Now it's fixed. Thomas Hartel can serve. Serves on Abramenko. And he sees where Abramenko wants to shot the ball and gets the chance and uses the chance. Nice spike there by Thomas Hartel. Cross court between block and defender. 1 point lead for New Zealand. Float service on Abramenko again. This time he got blocked. Pietrushka recovers the ball, but the ball went far too outside for Abramenko. He couldn't reach the ball, so we have set point for New Zealand. This time Abramenko finished the side out. Nice one there. Cut there over the block. Still set points. Service for Pietrushka. He had some nice aces in this game already. Jump service. A lot of risk problems there in the reception by Thomas Hartels. But he gets the side out. Nice attack there. Touched by the block. At first it looked like the ball came down there on the side of Team New Zealand, but the ball was on the side of Team Belarus. So the second set goes to Team New Zealand by 2, 21-19. We head into the tie break.
Liebes Publikum, darf ich euch ein letztes Mal einladen, eure Hände zu einem V zu bilden. Ein Vogel-V. Und wir holen die Jungs zurück in den alles entscheidenden dritten Satz mit dem lauter, lauter, schneller.
Yeah, you see Team Ukraine, who lost in the game before, on the center court, cheering in the crowd. Nice sign there. That's the spirit of the 9th FISU World University Beach Volleyball Championship. Athletes from all over the world coming together. Some are doing the sport very professionally and want to be real pros. Other ones are also quite professional, but maybe have the goal more to focus on their studies. And it's a nice exchange here. Social contacts and also culture is different. Very nice. We head into the tie break with the service for Team Belarus. Pietrushka is waiting for the referee to blow the whistle. First point goes to Belarus. Break points for just for the start here. And another break point because Pietrushka is serving so hard, too hard for Thomas Hardels. 2.2 to love lead for Belarus. Nice service again, problems, but he can recover the ball. And Pietrushka with the chance, no! The host there in the stadium said, the net is your friend, but the net is not the friend of Pavel Pietrushka in this situation. Ball jumps out while rolling over the net a long time. Point New Zealand, first one in this set, this deciding set. Nice cut there, or long rainbow shot by Abramenka. He saw that Thomas Hardels was running to the right side. And then he shots the ball over the block on the other side. Float service.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
You really see how many problems the Team New Zealand has here with the services of Team Belarus. It's already a commanding 3-point lead, 4-1. I don't know how many technical mistakes Team New Zealand made already. A lot, I think 3 or 4 already in this game. 5-1, 4-point lead, and Team New Zealand takes a timeout. They needed it to break the rhythm of Team Belarus. They're dominating this third set here. Especially with the service from Pietrushka and the block from Abramenka. Two guys from New Zealand, they're way smaller than the tall blocker there, Abramenka. It reminds me a little bit of surf and volley there from the tennis, from the sports here that you can play in this park as well, in this area. Just behind the center courts, there are also some courts for playing tennis. And the way of the Team Belarus they are playing reminds me of serve and volley. Very nice services, and then there's the big tall man there at the net who blocks everyone and also blocks this attack there from Thomas Hartls. 5-point lead. Oh, will this tiebreak will be over in such a short time, or will the Team New Zealand come back? We see in a couple of minutes. Thomas Hartl right now can finish the side out with a nice spike. But it's very clear now that that Team New Zealand needs to risk a lot to come back in this set. 4-point lead for Team Belarus. And Abrameka makes it a 5-point lead again. Shot from Thomas Hartls over next to the block from Dimitri Abramenka. But still, they're 4 points behind. Service on Abramenka. Can he finish it? No, he can't. The ball just went through the hands of the block of Alan Nicklin, and from there, without a touch of the block, the ball went out. Break point for Team New Zealand. Can they start a run here? No, they can't. Because there was a nice placed poke shot by Abramenka. I think it's service for Pietrushka right now. But no, Abramenka there at the serve. Nice defense there. They change their positions. Team Belarus. It was Pietrushka blocking and Abramenka defending. And Abramenka got a good recovery and then finished well with a good cut. 5-point lead again. Break point back. And this one just went straight to the net by Alani Nicklin. When you see the body language of the guys from Team New Zealand, Thomas Hartls and Alani Nicklin, it looks like they don't believe in a miracle. But this one was a quite nice spike there by Alani Nicklin. 5-point lead for Team Belarus, and they just need 5 points to win this game. And followed by a nice block there by Alani Nicklin. I think Pietrushka maybe thinks about taking a timeout. Yes, he takes a timeout. He doesn't want to risk anything there. Doesn't want to blow the lead there. There's still 4 points in front.
Die Jungs zu meiner Rechten, hier neben dem DJ, Isis Bude, machen es schon vor. So geht der Move von Thomas Hartls. Auf und ab. Hoch, runter, hoch, runter. Wir durchmachen. La 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 la.
Who will face Team Switzerland in the round of the last 16? We will see in a couple of minutes. It's the crunch time of the tie break between Team New Zealand and Team Belarus. And it was a very good time out there by Pietrushka. They broke the rhythm there from Team New Zealand. Took the second touch for cutting the ball just behind the net. 5-point lead again for Team Belarus.
Schlägt in den Block an, macht den Punkt.
Ball went into the block of Abramenka, but went out. So, point New Zealand. Well read there by Thomas Hartels. And then uses the block to get the ball outside. Break point. 3-point difference. But they use some break points right now. If they don't get these, it's over. Chance for Abramenka to finish the side out. And he does it. Oh, the ball is a little bit too close to the net. Mistake there by Thomas Hartels. He set it the ball quite wrong. No problem there by for Pietrushka to bring this ball home. 5-point lead again. And an ace! And I'm sorry to tell it to all teams, to all fans from Team New Zealand, but there are 6 match points for Team Belarus, and this would really be a big miracle if they can change it. And they use the first match point. The ball went straight to the net by Alani Niklin, and the team who was slightly favored loses against Team Belarus, who qualify for the round of the last 16 in a thrilling 3-set match. Next game here on center court will be Prieto Zavala from Chile against Zheng Fangang Zheng from China.
So, meine Damen und Herren, ladies and gentlemen, the last 3 matches of today on the center court. We jump into the last game from the male competition. It's a match between Chile and China. Okay, the heat is on. We are waiting for the referees, for the players to turn on the next match. Brito Zavala against Singh, Fangang and Yang Jung Singh. Danach gibt es noch 2 Damen-Matches und zwar aus der Runde 1. Es gibt heute noch ordentlich Beachvolleyball. Wir machen die Abmoderation und dann übergeben wir zum letzten Mal der heutigen Tage an unser Sprachtalent, an unseren Axel. Sehr gut. Also wir sind gerüstet. Das letzte Match der Herren und dann holen wir und höchstpersönlich Daniel und ich das letzte Match der Damen auf dem Center Court. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking forward to the next matches on the center court in the yellow jerseys. You can hear it in the background, Team Chile! And the blue jerseys, and we're searching for the supporters. Where are the fans for Team Chinese? Chile? Sehr gut. Dankeschön, ladies and gentlemen. Wir gehen in Kürze rein in dieses Match. Not too much minutes to go here on the center court. We wish you a pleasant flight into round number 1. The decision on the center court. Live and in color. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, a big applause to the first referee from Cyprus, Sergios Zergiu. And once again, a big applause to the second referee from Bosnia-Herzegovina, Kristina Pantelic-Babic. So, ladies and gentlemen, we jump right into and we start with the boys with the blue dresses. We look in the last results. The first 2 matches were lost. The first win, and now the decision in game number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 23 years old. Make some noise for Fangang Singh. you wait for him. Make him a thunderous welcome on the center court for Mr. Yang Seng. So first of all, we want to hear who is cheering for Chile. Then we have something for you. They are pretty fresh. Meine Damen und Herren, we are looking forward to the Chile team, and we start with the 22 years old Pablo Prieto.
Deutlich besser. Ja, ich bin jetzt weg, also müssen keine Angst haben, dass ich jetzt nur davor sitze. Aber es ist deutlich besser, weil es viel ruhiger war.
His partner is 23 years old, 196 centimeters tall. He's the biggest player on the center court. Make some noise for Ignacio Alejandro Zavala Uličić. So, meine Damen und Herren, the last match of the tournament on the center court from the male. Afterwards, we got for you two female competitions of round number 1. We start now.
We are into the last game of round 1 of the men competition. With the first point for Chile from the guy Ignacio Zavala. 1 meter and 96 centimeters tall, the highest player, the tallest player on the pitch. Serve by his partner Pablo Prieto. Nice shot over the very high block there from Zavala. Oh, nice recovery, but nice jump there by Yang Seng, his first big competition, the 20-year-old. And the Team Chile has his first break point there. The ball went out. Another break point for Team Chile. 4-1. And an ace! Yang Seng thought the ball goes out, but it barely touches the line. So another break point there for Team Chile, who are supported by a lot of fans. We see here in the picture there, the guy with the flag of Chile. 6-1 lead, 5 points difference already for Chile. Oh, the set is a little bit too close to the net, but Pablo Prieto can manage to get across the block. Team China takes a timeout. It's the worst start you can possibly imagine. 7-1 point lead for Team Chile.
Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up.
Team China qualified as the third team from Group H, and the team from Chile are the second place in Group B.
Und der war leider nicht drauf, der Ball. Und 8:1, die Südamerikaner im Moment etwas am Schielen, aber ich hoffe.
Oh, nice run there by the Team Chile. Can he get it over? No, it was out of the picture. You didn't see it, but there was Prieto chasing the ball down, but couldn't manage to bring it over the net. Nice effort there from Team Chile. Service from Yang Yung-seng. Serves on Pablo Prieto. And a nice cut there by Prieto. Past the block of Fangang Cheng. Oh, late run away from the net by Zavala. Still the chance for Team Chile, but no, Team China uses this chance to score their third point. Still a big lead for Team Chile. Not a good start for Team China. They need to step up right now if they want to have a chance to win this first set. Oh, nice chase down there from Yang Yung-seng. And again, nice recovery. Oh, gets up a little bit slow. But there, Zavala with the third possibility. Nice effort there by Team China. Both Chinese players are only 1 meter and 82 centimeters tall. And there's an ace from Zavala. While Team Chile, Pablo Prieto with not the tallest one, with 1 meter and 85 centimeters. But his partner, Zavala, who thinks that is a technical timeout. No, you only change sides. There are only 14 points played. The technical timeout is when you play 21 points. And Zavala, I couldn't finish it right now. Zavala is the tallest player on the pitch. 14 centimeters difference between him and the two Chinese players. 1 meter and 96 centimeters tall. Nice cut there by Yang Yung-seng, the 20-year-old guy, playing together with the 23-year-old Fangang Cheng. Oh, what a great cut there from Seng.
And who is cheering for China?
Serve with a roll over the net. They can recover, but there's a chance for China to get a break point. It's their second break point already. Only 6 points difference left, while it were 8 just moments ago. Not a good position to spike the ball. That's why Prieto puts the ball in the net. Some problems there in the reception, in the set, and also in the spike. A rally to forget for Team Chile. This time, still little problems. But a nice cut, but also a nice chase down there. Ball is still in play. And there was Prieto, who was the fastest in thinking that placing the ball right now over the net is the best option. 6-point lead. Who scores the last point before the technical timeout? Chance for the break point there for Team Chile. And everything is open because there's no block there, and then both players been to the same side, so no problem there for Prieto. As I said, Team Chile qualified for round 1 as they managed to be the second best team in Group B. They only lost against the Polish team, who are top seeded team in the group, and who are overall in the whole tournament the second seed, Lizikowski, Paskowski. But Team Chile won their games against South Africa and Argentina, while Team China lost against Australia and Spain, but managed to win against Team Sri Lanka. And the winner from this game will face in the round of the last 16 the top seeded team, the Ponywatz twins from Germany, David and Bennett. But first they have to manage to win this game, and right now everything goes the way for Team Chile. We have some Latin sounds here on the center court. Team Chile 8 points ahead. And a big block there from Zavala. Seng thought that he can surprise him by playing the second ball, but Zavala watched out and was straight up there. Nice, strong hit there by Yang Yung-sheng. It's their 8th point, but still Chile has the double amount, twice the amount of the points of China. And another chance, but that was I don't know what that was by Fang Hang-cheng from China, because he was not blocking but not running away from the net. A little bit of confused he maybe. Nice cut there, but managed by Prieto to get the ball again. Play 3 times and a poke shot, who was on the line. 9 points for China. And a good spike there by Prieto. There was the spread block there from Fang Hang-cheng, but he just went through these 2 arms, and then from the left arm the ball went out. There Yang Yung-cheng tried to smash the ball very hard against the block and wanted the ball to go from there outside, but there was no touch of Zavala. That means we have a 10-point lead right now, 19-9. Side out for China, but they can't. Yeah, they can manage it to finish their side out. 10 points for China, 9 points more for Chile. We still have a little bit confusing there at the score table, but now they're ready to continue the game. Prieto recepts the ball, cuts over Fang Hangsheng, and the blocker Fang Hangsheng touches the net. 20-10. Set point, first of 10. And what a nice hit. It looked quite good, but it went out, so it's obvious, a clear matter here in the first set. Chile won by 11, 21-10, cruising down the Chinese team. They don't seem to have problems here with the small team from China. Starts to get a little bit windy here in Munich. Some clouds are showing up. Let's hope it won't start to rain that hard, because when I look to the sky I see some quite dark clouds, but still the atmosphere is great here in Munich at the 9th FISU World University Beach Volleyball Championship. And the second set of the game, China against Chile, is on the way. Longer rally here in the first one. And this set by Pietro was not good. Too close to the nets. Very hard for Zavala to reach this ball. First lead of the game for Team China. 1-0. He has to play the ball, yeah. Prieto gets it and puts the ball down the line. Even this game. Whoa, nice effort there by Zavala. Jumping up, but then gets the own cut, gets the cut from Sheng there by reaching back, but this effort was not rewarded. Point China. Nice recovery there and a chance to make it a 2-point game. Oh, they couldn't do it. Instead there's Zavala, who throws down the hammer to even this game, to even this set to all. And Yang Yongcheng can't get the ball over the net. Was stopped by the 2 meters and 43 centimeters high net. And this ball was not touched. Tried to use the block, but it didn't work out. The lead again for Chile. This shot over the defender was not good. No problem for Zavala to recover the ball and then to shot the ball down the line. 3-point lead for Chile as they changed sides for the first time in this second set. Last game of the men competition today here in Munich. After that, the two local teams from Germany, Leonie Kürzinger and Leonie Klinke, and Lisa Sophie Kotzan and Julika Hoffmann will play in round 1 to get their spot in the round of the last 16 of the women's tournament. This ball from Prieto is a little bit too long. Break point China. Very short service to Savala. Not a good spike there. And this one was quite good by Yang Yung Cheng, 20-year-old guy from China, who managed to throw the ball down the line. Prieto gets a block, but just goes straight next to the block and smashes the ball into the sand. There's a 1-point lead for Chile again. Nice set there. Good cut, but the recovery of Team Chile. And they managed to score the next break point. 7-5, 2-point lead. And a nice block. That's a statement there by Ignacio Alejandro Zavala from Chile, who serves the ball to Yang Yung Cheng, who cuts the ball, but Prieto gets a hand under it. Very nice effort, and he's been rewarded. What a nice sequence here in this game. Prieto with the effort to get the ball, to get a hand under the ball, managed to bring it to the net from there. Nice set by Zavala, and then a very nice spike there from Prieto. What a nice sequence there, and that means we have a 4-point lead for Chile. Timeout taken by Team China. The host here is saying the rainy clouds are not surpassing the center court. I think that's quite optimistic. As you see, like nearly every spectator is going away or searching a place where they can stay dry. But the game will continue, of course. A little bit of rain won't stop us having nice beach volleyball here at the center court. Zavala with the serve on Cheng. Cut over. The little rainbow shot over Zavala. And Prieto didn't get the ball. Maybe you see it. It started to rain here in Munich. So the conditions change not only for the spectators but also for the players. But we see here the fans of Team Chile, they stay strong, they stay here on the center court wanting to see their team. I don't know what the problem there at the score table. But right now, the game can continue. And there's an ace by Pablo Prieto. Makes it a 5-point lead again. 11-6. Nice recovery there by Prieto. And he managed to kill this ball. Staying strong there, the fan from Chile. Prieto with the next serve. 6-point lead. And a nice recovery again. They cannot kill the ball. Team China struggles a lot with their side outs. While Team Chile makes a great job scoring break points against China. Chance for another one for Zavala. But ball still in play, in game. And there was the touch by the block, so Jungyang Cheng couldn't get the ball back to his partner. Right now it really starts to rain heavily. 8-point lead for Team Chile. There was no touch by Zavala. 15-6. 9-point lead for no, that was a point for Team China. Players are all wet now. I think you see it started to rain quite strong here in Munich. People are fleeing from the center court. I'm quite happy that I'm sitting here. It's very dry at my place. Oh yeah, we see some nice pictures there from fans from Chile. Rain doesn't matter for them. The game is right now in the technical timeout. Let's see if they continue. Yeah, they continue. Referee is blowing the whistle, but has a chat with the second referee. But right now it seems like the game will be continued. Or not. Now it seems like there will be an interruption of this game. When I look to the sky, I see that there are some very dark clouds who are right now over the center court, but when you look further, there you see the blue sky again, so I'm quite sure that it will last only a couple of minutes. Then the game can be continued. And also the two other games in the round one of the women competition, where the two local teams, the German women, try to reach the round of the last 16. So I think I will say bye-bye, but just for some couple of minutes here. Then I will be right back when the game continues and when the rain is over. Bye-bye, see you in a couple of minutes.
requesting the best song for the best band, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Here it is.